Shou Chen brings Jiang Meng to her room. The Zen realm, where they live, will get attacked again, and Shou Chen needs to get stronger. He swears to protect Jiang Meng even against the supreme beings. Duan Ling and the others wake up. He now wonders about Jiang Meng's identity. Above the 9 realms, Yunfei felt Shou Chen's power. He tells the others that he feels uneasy, even though Shou Chen is already dead. The other 2 urge Yunfei to break through to higher realms, and he is happy to hear he has support. In Mount King Human, Shou Chen cultivates his Teiko quenching. He was having a hard time using the Tian Wang fist. He decides to learn another technique. He chooses the Sky Scream, which his body has a hard time accepting. The Sky Scream is a skill of roaring Tanzan, who can collapse universal planes with just a single roar. Shou Chen tries it right away and destroys a mountain. He is overjoyed that his divine power allows him to learn any skill with a single glance. He then plans to do something fun. He arrives at Duan Saling's mansion and introduces himself as the supreme god of physique, Shou Chen. Duan Saling immediately recognizes him as a reincarnated supreme. He tells the story about the Buddha sect's cycle of reincarnation, and Shou Chen claims that it is not only Buddha who can reincarnate. He'd never heard of the Buddha sect in his previous life. He wonders if he can meet a reincarnated expert in the Zhenwu realm. Just then, Shou Chen asked Duan Saling to submit to him. Duan Saling swears to serve him. He vows to protect his followers, and he gives Duan Saling the second-grade sun palm technique. Duan Saling gives thanks to Shou Chen. Duan Saling reports on the current force of the Qingyan Gate. They attracted thousands of disciples and elders who advanced to the God realm. Duan Saling also reports the strongest forces in Tianyan: Mystic Valley, Blaze Sect, Divine Sword Sect, Qingyan Gate, Blackstone Mountain, and Valley of the Beast King. Shou Chen plans to take over the whole Zhenwu realm. He orders Duan Saling to tell the Mystic Valley, Blaze Sect, and Divine Sword Sect to surrender to him, or he will kill them. Duan Saling worries. Shou Chen tells him that he will continue to act as a disciple. He also warns that he hates sneaky people and won't kill this time. He leaves, and an elder hiding at the back comes out and asks if this is a blessing or curse. Duan Saling hopes it's a blessing. Meanwhile, some disciples wake up in Shou Chen's residence and think he is dead. They are surprised to see that Shou Chen is alive. Liu Han is sure that the elders would have killed him. Shou Chen threatens the Liu brothers, and they retreat after belittling him. Meanwhile, Duan Saling meets the elders and tells them that Jiang Meng is not qualified to be a disciple of the masters. Elder Feng shouts in distress. Duan Saling calls him disrespectful. He then announces the order to make the 3 sects submit to the Qingyan Gate. Elder Feng lashes out, saying that Duan Saling seeks death and they don't want to go with him. But because Duan Saling announces it as the sect head, all of them will go together. At the Qingyan Temple, the core disciples gather in front of the other disciples. They look for Shou Chen and ridicule him. One core disciple, Lin Bai, defends Shou Chen. He claims Shou Chen is his sworn brother, so if they humiliate him, he will protect him. The elders arrive, and Elder Feng sits on the seat of the sect head. Lin Bai panics upon seeing that his master, Duan Saling, is missing and prepares a weapon. Elder Feng then announces that he will be the new sect head. A lot of disciples protest, but the core disciples on Elder Feng's side threaten them. Elder Feng's core disciples, Guanfi and Hua Tang, greet him. Hua Tang ridicules Lin Bai. Lin Bai asks for Duan Saling's whereabouts. Elder Feng claims that Duan Saling has retired and won't be back. Elder Feng tries to announce something, but a loud shout can be heard saying to make Mystic Valley, Blaze Sect, and Divine Sword Sect submit to them. Elder Feng calls out to the person who shouted, and a masked Xiao Feng appears, asking them to kneel or die. Elder Zhang attacks Shou Chen, but Shou Chen slaps him and defeats him in an instant. Elder Feng's face grimaces, but he is still confident in the nirvana given to him. Shou Chen announces Elder Feng's death. The elder laughs, but he suddenly falls to his knees. He tries to resist, but he still dies, and Shou Chen appears behind him. He says it is a shame Elder Feng didn't kneel in the beginning. Shou Chen asks the others to kneel or die. Everyone except Lin Bai is on their knees. Shou Chen is impressed that Lin Bai defended him a while ago. Shou Chen tells them to get up and tells Duan Saling to work on the rest. Lin Bai wonders who the masked man is that made Duan Saling surrender to him. Duan Saling announces that the Qingyan Gate now belongs to Zhu Tanzan, the masked Shou Chen. Any disobedience means death. Tanzin, as the new Supreme Master, announces the glory of King Yin Gate's coming. At the Divine Sword Peak, God Peak's Patriarch's soul tells the sect head that Jiang Meng is part of the upper world's Jiang family. Their family secret saved the Patriarch's soul. They seal a part of their soul in the Divine Sword soul. The sect head then announces that he will kill all of King Yin Gate to remake the Patriarch's body. Just then, a disciple reports that King Yin Gate is telling them to surrender or they'll regret it. He then thinks the King Yin Gate now has connections with the Jiang family. Meanwhile, the heads of Mystic Valley and the Blaze sect also receive the messages. Jiang Meng wakes up and asks Shou Chen about what happened. He just tells her that Duan Suling kicked them out and assures her that he will protect her. She asks how his meridians recovered, and he just claims that he just became strong after waking up. Jiang Meng knows he is lying. She tells him to be careful, and he advises her to rest first. Later, Shou Chen meets Lin Bai, and he also claims that his meridians just got repaired on their own. Lin Bai warns him about his attackers. They then part ways and people start stalking Shou Chen. They plan to kill Shou Chen now. They want to get Jiang Meng afterward. They move out, but Xiao notices them. The three sect heads meet up, and the Blaze sect head gets mad. The Mystic Valley head calls Duan Suling crazy. The Divine Sword Peak head claims that they can't stand against the three of them. They curse Zhu Chanzin for declaring war. That night, the attackers arrive at Shou Chen's residence. They all attack him, and thinking that he is now really dead, the leader takes off his mask. It turns out they are Hao Tang and Hua Tang. Hao Tang then laughs, claiming Jiang Meng for himself. Shou laughs at them and claims he didn't die because they are weak. They are shocked that he is still alive after being hit by a divine technique. They don't have a choice now, but to kill him for real. They both used fist techniques, but Shou Chen easily blocked them. They feel like they're hitting a huge pillar. Shou Chen tells them that they can't handle them. He tells them to open a box nearby. They are surprised to see the mask of the Supreme Master. Shou Chen menacingly tells them that he is the Supreme Master. He murders Hao Tang, just as he did Elder Feng. Hua Tang then begs for mercy, but Shou Chen doesn't have a reason to forgive them. Shou Chen extracted their bone flames that made them take the path of evil. He goes back to bed thinking about Tan Yuan's unification. A worried Lin Bai meets Duan Suling. He assures Lin Bai that Zhu Chanzin is their greatest hope. Duan Suling shares the Sun Palm technique and tells Lin Bai to get stronger for the war. Duan Suling wonders if Shou Chen can help him break through the next stage. Taixing appears and comments on how they are weak before Shou Chen appears. They both sigh out of worry. Shou Chen thinks about what to do. He thinks about training Duan Suling, but his talent is poor. Jiang Meng is talented, but he doesn't want her to participate in the war. He then thinks of developing some talents. The next day, a kid kills all the storm wolves to cure his mother and join the King Yin Gate. Just then, Jiang Meng barged into Shou Chen's room. She asks Shou Chen to accompany her to a newly opened shop. He tries to decline but later agrees after Jiang Meng pouts. They arrive in Tanyuan City, and Jiang Meng tells her that they'll go to the Chunfeng Tower. Shou Chen gets surprised to hear the store's name. Jiang Meng plans to buy something for Shou Chen's birthday. Shou Chen recalls a woman who promises to wait for him for thousands of years. They arrive at the Chunfeng Tower, and they come upon a line for the auction for VIPs. Jiang Meng claims that they need the invitation to participate. People talk about the Xwanjing inner armor being auctioned. They both think of gifting the armor to each other. They go through a lot of sections, and they come across the one that sells slaves. Just then, Shou Chen notices someone with a natural body. Jiang Meng also notices the slave. Shou Chen moves forward, and Jiang Meng releases a jealous aura. Shou Chen notices the curse on the girl's body. The slave trader announces the sale, and one man immediately claims to buy the girl. Jiang Meng asks if there's something wrong with the girl, and Shou Chen explains that she has good cultivation talent, and he wants to teach her combat skills. Jiang Meng menacingly asks if that is the only reason. She agrees, but then people shout as they recognize the man who bought the girl as the young master of Zhangquan from King Zhao. Jiang Meng tells Shou Chen that they might not be able to buy the girl. The Jiang family is composed of strong and rich disciples in King Zhao. Shou Chen then comments that he is just a rich, spoiled kid. Other people panic at his remarks. Jiang Chuan glares at him, and Jiang Meng scolds Shou Chen. Jiang Chuan's guard confronts Shou Chen, and Shou Chen glares at him with oppression. The guard kneels, and Shou Chen claims to buy the slave girl. Jiang Chuan asks him to repeat that, and Shou Chen claims Jiang Chuan doesn't deserve to repeat himself. The bystanders worry for Shou Chen. Jiang Chuan states his family, but Shou Chen ignores him and asks for the slave girl's price. Jiang Chuan gets mad but realizes something. He thinks Shou Chen is from a bigger family than the Jiang family, but he notices that Shou Chen has only a physical stage body and he can defeat him easily. He also thinks it might be a trap. He then sees Jiang Meng and thinks Shou Chen is just showing off for her. Jiang Chuan then gets interested in Jiang Meng and plans to kill Shou Chen, but he then realizes that it might be a trap. He then shouts at Shou Chen for tricking him. Shou Chen got confused and ignored him again. Jiang Chuan shouts again and thinks more about his misunderstanding. Shou Chen comments on how crazy he is. The slave girl acts hostilely against Shou Chen. Shou Chen intimidates her, and she turns docile. Shou Chen pays for the girl and claims that she is now his property. He brings her out, but he gets stopped by an elder who supports the Jiang family and threatens him. Jiang Chuan doesn't know the elder, but he just lets him do the work for him. Just then, the crazy Chuan misunderstands the situation again and claims that the elder and Shou Chen are working together to bring him down. Shou Chen then asks if people from Qingzhou are crazy. Shou Chen goes away, but Jiang Chuan gives the slave trader $10,000. Jiang Chuan attempts to get the slave girl Shou Chen and then asks how much a ground-level technique is. He then offers to exchange the slave girl for a first-grade ground-level technique scroll. Everyone panics, and the landlord who watches them doubts that the Kinkin Gate has it. His guard asks if he needs to go, and the landlord tells him not to interfere unless they cause trouble later. Will Shou Chen be able to buy the slave girl? Will he fight the Jiang family from Qingzhou and the landlord of Tanyuan City? Let us know if you want a part 3 in the comments. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. See you guys in the next video.